For over a quarter of a century, Dom Giordano has been one of the most popular and respected talk show hosts in Philadelphia. He has interviewed many of the nation's leading public figures, including Jay Leno, Dick Cheney, Joe Paterno, Jimmy Carter, and George W. Bush. Dom began his unique path to broadcasting through his work as a teacher in Philadelphia and South Jersey, where he received extensive media coverage for his innovative techniques. His educational expertise led to frequent appearances on talk shows and news programs, and led to a talk show of his own at WWDB in 1987. Dom joined WPHT in 2000 and has been there ever since. In addition to his radio program, Dom enjoys extensive visibility in television and print media. He has provided weekly parenting tips and education commentary for NBC 10, WHYY, MSNBC, the Fox News Channel, CNN, Court TV, and Comcast. He has also been interviewed on WPVI, C-SPAN, and the BBC. Dom has written for the Philadelphia Inquirer, the Trentonian, the Bucks County Courier-Times, the Mainland Times, and the Northeast Times. And Dom's educational expertise has reached national audience when his first book, Common Sense Parenting, was published 11 years ago. In 1995, Dom was named one of the top 100 most influential talk show hosts in America by Talkers Magazine, and has been selected for the top 100 list 4 additional times.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Dom Giordano program, on the road big time, now in Israel. And prior to coming here, I heard about Boys Town in Jerusalem.
Dom and his wife, Rosemary, also a teacher, reside in Philadelphia with their 2 sons, Luke and DJ. Please welcome Dom Giordano into the Broadcast Pioneers Hall of Fame.
Thanks very much, everyone. In true talk radio contrarian style, rather than going through a whole bunch of people that made it possible to be here tonight, I wanted to talk a little bit about the first start that I had in talk radio, and it came from doing easy things. I started my teaching career in Camden, and then I moved to Runnymede, New Jersey, Triton Regional High School, and that's where I kind of got discovered by Tug McGraw, who came and did a show, and he said to me, "You guys really do this every day? You have to reach these kids?" I had one girl, I remember, we brought in a guest speaker a week. The guy said, "I used to be addicted to marijuana, other drugs, and then I took up skydiving as a way to find all the things that I found in drugs." I never forget it. Her name was Donna Capabianco, and she raised her hand and goes, "Yeah, but dude, just think about it. If you were high when you were skydiving, that would be the best of both worlds." So with that kind of experience, talk radio was not that far along or that difficult. And I remember when I first discovered talk radio, I had a kid, his name was John Cook. I don't forget these. Notice I'm not looking at any notes. Who told me he was going to do nothing. He was in sophomore basic, which you can imagine what that meant. He said he had a constitutional right to fail. Now, after you've dealt with situations like that, and I bet we have a number of people in the room that may have been teachers, you take on something like talk radio and the chance to communicate with people that actually, even if they differ with you, are engaged or informed, or they vote, they're interested in things. And it's like someone invented this media for me. So there's only one person tonight that I wanted to thank, and then I wanted to talk about the people in the room. And good talk radio host, Dominic Quinn, who I know a number of the people in the room knew, one of the greats, Irv Homer. We are kind of eccentric, quirky, to put it mildly. Those that listen over a long period of time, you probably, that's what makes a really good talk show host, I think. It's not just knowledge, gravitas, the trip to Israel. It's bringing up these little quirky things that people identify with, and they either like or they don't. And when you have a mind like Irv Homer, Dominic Quinn, some of my other current colleagues at Talk Radio 1210, you have a sense of what this is all about. It's kind of a giant club. It's an insiders club. It's people that bond together. My wife, Rosemary, is with me tonight, and wherever I go, they want to come and meet her. And they want to just see, how does someone like this put up with the craziness of this business? We all need someone in the room, I'm sure the people that I know, to ground us. Today I did a big show, the immigration thing with the president, et cetera, and people say, thanks for what you do. Boy, you guys are really giving us great information. I come home, tell her that, and she says, you talked for 3 hours today. Put out the trash. I mean, it's that type of grounding. You're not a big deal. She knew you when, et cetera, and all this stuff on the air and all these people that you know and you want to interview Netanyahu, the Pope, it doesn't matter. You still need to realize who you are and where you came from. So a few things about Philadelphia. The people in the room, the people that I grew up, the people that I've seen over years, the craft of somebody like Jim Gardner that I admire, somebody that is the very best at what they do. It's not New York, it's right here in Philadelphia. And there are two things that I love about Philadelphia, and you may hear me talk about them a lot. One, this is a town of characters. This isn't Phoenix, no offense. It's not the Sun Belt. It's not any of the podunk USA. You're not going to find people here like we have, like dear friend Joey Vento, people like that, whether you agree with them, don't agree with them. We have characters. We have people that have juice, people that get you either upset. You're not going to find Frank Rizzo as mayor in any other town in America. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine someone like that anywhere else. And the second observation is we have longevity here. These are not people that breeze into town. You notice with the two, Bill Henley, who I know very well, did a show with him for many years. When you make it here, when you survive the test of some of the tough love of Philadelphia, you stay. Longevity. Can you name another place that would have a Frank Sinatra show for over 55, 56 years with Sid Mark? Only in Philadelphia. I mean, it is an incredible experience. I've had the experience of doing shows with the Philadelphia Flyers. One time it was Bob Kelly, not even Bobby Clark. We're at Vento's, we're walking down the street. Guys are buying him drinks. This is 35 years after the Flyers won a championship. You just don't see that in other places. And that's why this is such a unique place to do what I do, what we do in talk radio, and what CBS 3 and Channel 6 and the others do, which is to connect with Philadelphia, to connect with this very, very unique place. And a special word of thanks to the guys at the Broadcast Pioneers, the one that's my point person, Jerry Wilkinson. I mean, I was the MC last year, so it's a step to the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I go back to MCing next year or not. But the love, the stuff that I've seen, and the outreach to some of the young people that I met tonight. My first bit of advice, Lydia Reeves is here, who helped me with NBC 10, and she has some of her journalism students. My advice was, don't go into talk radio. We don't need any more competition. Apparently, they like sports talk radio, so we'll have to work on that. But it's such a joy to know the people in the room, to bond with so many people, and to be able to do this, quirks and all. So thank you tonight. Thanks, Broadcast Pioneers, for this great honor. Thank you.